Well, hello everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Creation Adventures and Outdoor Education. Today we're in the kitchen and we are making the deer muffin. And you probably never heard, I don't know if you've ever heard of a deer muffin, and I may be the one who made it up. I don't know. I may have something that somebody's never done. But anyway, the deer muffin is kind of something I came up with. I kind of changed the recipe of the old standby at Christmas time, the sausage ball. And instead of using sausage, I use venison. And instead of getting my hands all gummy and stuff, I decided to use a muffin pan and make them in a muffin pan. And so I've been making these for years. To me, now you may not like it, but to me, it is a really good thing to carry with me on a snack, on a work day, for lunch, or have it in the morning for breakfast. Because I'll freeze these after I make them. But I want to walk you through real quick what I'm using. So I started out. What you heard was you heard the wheat grinder. I'm using whole wheat, and I've just milled it, and I'm going to use 2.5 cups of whole wheat. 1, 2.5. Now, you may say, well, I don't have a mill. You can use bisquick. Bisquick will be fine, okay? Just whatever I do here, just take that off and just use the bisquick, and you won't have to do this, because what I have to do also is I've kind of got to make my homemade bisquick. I've taken what I have in this little mixture here is a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of baking powder. That's going to help my wheat or the dough rise, okay? And also I've seasoned it up with some garlic salt, 1/2 teaspoon of that, and some seasoning salt. So that's going to be my dry stuff. Put that in there with my wheat. I'll mix that up good, and just mix that up real good. Make a good mess here in my wife's kitchen. Now, over here, now what I have here, I have my venison, my ground venison cooking already. I had to add some oil to the pan because this meat is so lean. I don't have anything added. I don't add anything to my ground venison. And so I've also I've added this seasoning. This is Legs pork sausage seasoning. I had 2 tablespoons of that to my ground meat. Okay, and I also add some Worcestershire sauce. Just as far as how much, it'll be up to your taste. I just sprinkle it in there, just give it a little more flavor to the meat. And I'll let that cook good. Now, to your dry ingredients, we want to have add our cheese. Now, I use mozzarella, a cup of mozzarella, and I like to use a cup of sharp cheddar cheese. A cup of sharp cheddar. Now, if you can go more on that, I might just go ahead and I've got the cheese. I mean, can you have enough? Can you have too much cheese and meat, right? So what I'll do is I'll mix that up very good. And I have a dry mixture of cheese and fresh ground flour. For you, it might be bisquick. Now, what I like to add also is I have some jalapenos that I canned out of my garden. And I like to chop those up fine. And I'll probably end up with about an eighth of a cup maybe or less of jalapenos. Chop them up real fine and then add those to that mix.